from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington football team.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3.
Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Colbert. This will be caught by Brown. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Colbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, rushing, and he's going to get this inside the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
throwing on first down. Colbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw on second down. Colbert, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 18 carries, 65 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
They go play action. Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Young working out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. "8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They hand this off to Harris. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Here's Young from the shotgun. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. And room there to work it inside the 25. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 24, Young. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Young. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal. Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game. I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly. But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they? First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They run with Harris. Oh, good move. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Young to throw it. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game. I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Colbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. On first down, Colbert got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down now, rushing, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. Colbert is going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Harris going to get it again on second down, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
13 yards remaining on second down. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And the Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down, Colbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, this is Haney. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
From the 25 on second down, Young. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Young will set to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And I think the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young. And his throw is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Young. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. And what everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Young throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. And Young's throw there incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the gun on 3rd down, Colbert, and that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Colbert. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Off the play fake. Colbert. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now here's Young. That caught by Tremble. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Young's throw taken in by Watkins here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. Young. There's Tremble, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Young on 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a 1st down throw for Young. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, Young. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. To the air once more, Young. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Colbert. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Amari Cooper, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it 2nd down. Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
This is Harris. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd and 4. Now Young. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Colbert, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Colbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Colbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Colbert. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. On 2nd and 7, Young. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. 86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Young now. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
This taken in at the goal line. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10. Colbert looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Colbert, quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rushing. And he's got this down to the 35.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw. Colbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him.
And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Deron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Third down, Young from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Colbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Colbert. And he finds McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion, Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down. Colbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. They'll look to throw again. It fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Washington on third down.
5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They run again with Harris. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Evans. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st down, Colbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Colbert, and that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going deep for Brown. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down now.
It's Harris, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Pittsburgh, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.